Did you know Eva Mendes and Ryan Gosling, one of Hollywood's most private power couples, have been quietly going strong since 2011? While most celebrity romances are splashed across headlines, theirs has stayed tucked away from the spotlight. From Kirsten Dunst and Jesse Plemons' under-the-radar family life to Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn's secretive love story, these couples prove that true love doesn't always need a red carpet. Here are 20 celebrity pairs you probably forgot were even together until now. Eva Mendes and Ryan Gosling. Eva Mendes and Ryan Gosling might just be Hollywood's most elusive power couple. Since first locking eyes on the set of The Place Beyond the Pines in 2011, they've been quietly building a life together, out of the spotlight and away from the noise. Despite being parents to 2 daughters and sharing over a decade of love, they've mastered the art of invisibility. No red carpet strolls, no gushy interviews, not even a glimpse of family life on social media. But with such intense privacy, you can't help but wonder, are they protecting something beautiful or hiding something deeper? Eva, known for her captivating beauty and bold roles, and Ryan, forever Hollywood's golden boy, make for a mesmerizing duo. Yet the mystery around them only deepens with time. Is their silence the secret to a lasting love in an industry that tears couples apart? Or could it hint at unseen struggles behind closed doors? Whatever the reason, one thing's certain, Eva and Ryan continue to fascinate the world without ever saying a word. There's more to their story, much more than meets the eye. Diane Krueger and Norman Reedus. Their relationship often slips under the radar, quietly unfolding far from Hollywood's flashing cameras. Together since 2016, their love story began on the set of Sky, where their on-screen chemistry quickly bled into real life. By 2018, they welcomed a daughter, but despite the milestones, they've kept their romance almost invisible to the public eye. No red carpet spectacles. No tabloid scandals. Just silence. But doesn't that kind of silence make you wonder? Are they simply choosing peace over publicity? Or is there something they're not saying? Norman, the rugged star of The Walking Dead, and Diane, known for her poise and award-winning talent, make an unlikely pair. Their contrasting personas only deepen the mystery. With rare public appearances and barely a trace of their personal life online, fans are left to speculate. Are they fiercely protecting a strong, quiet love? Or are they hiding cracks behind closed doors? Their daughter grows up far from the spotlight, and their secrecy seems intentional. Some admire it as a sign of maturity, a love that doesn't need validation. Others can't help but question what's really going on. As the years go by, one thing is certain, whatever they're building together, it's wrapped in mystery, and the world is still watching, trying to figure it out. Kirsten Dunst and Jesse Plemons. Kirsten Dunst and Jesse Plemons. A Hollywood love story so quietly powerful, most people forget it even exists. But maybe that's the point. Their romance didn't begin in flashing lights or on red carpets. It began in 2015, on the set of Fargo, where they played husband and wife. What started as subtle on-screen chemistry slowly blossomed into a real-life connection that would change both their lives forever. By 2016, the world got a quiet confirmation. They were officially a couple. Since then, they've built a life far from the noise of Hollywood, raising 2 sons and choosing, time and again, to keep their world private. But in an age where celebrities document every breath on social media, their silence speaks volumes. It makes people wonder, are they simply guarding their peace, or is there something deeper they don't want the world to see? Jesse, a chameleon on screen known for his haunting depth, and Kirsten, America's sweetheart since childhood, are the kind of match that feels destined. Together, they exude quiet strength, a calm in the chaos of fame. Yet their lack of public affection, the mystery surrounding their wedding, even the way they protect their children from the spotlight, all of it has raised eyebrows. Some say their discretion is a sign of strength, a rebellion against the constant oversharing of Hollywood. Others whisper about cracks hidden behind the curtain. Are they creating a haven for their family? Or are they simply masters at keeping secrets? Whatever the truth may be, one thing is clear. In a world obsessed with exposure, Kirsten and Jesse have turned privacy into power. And that might just be the most romantic thing of all. Number 4. Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn. A love cloaked in shadows. When Taylor Swift and British actor Joe Alwyn quietly began dating in 2016, no one expected their relationship to become one of the most mysterious romances in Hollywood. For someone like Taylor, whose past relationships have played out in tabloid headlines and emotional lyrics, this shift was startling. Gone were the public appearances and red carpet moments. In their place? Silence. Secrecy. Subtle lyrical clues buried in albums that fans would dissect like sacred texts. Joe, with his low-key demeanor and quiet career, brings a stark contrast to Taylor's megawatt stardom. To some fans, their privacy is a breath of fresh air, proof of a mature, grounded love far removed from the chaos of celebrity culture. But to others, the secrecy raises more questions than answers. Why would Taylor, a woman known for turning heartbreak into art, suddenly draw the curtains so tightly? Is this a sign of emotional growth? Or is there something deeper, something they'd rather the world never see? Their decision to avoid the spotlight has only fueled endless speculation. While Taylor's songs offer whispers of their connection, glimpses of passion, hints of doubt, they never tell the whole story. Critics argue the imbalance in their fame might create hidden tension. Still, Taylor seems to find comfort in Joe's calm, as if he's the eye of the storm in her whirlwind life. But is their simplicity the key to their longevity, or a smokescreen for something more complex? Even their living situation remains a mystery. They're rarely photographed together. No couple selfies. No public declarations. Just silence. And that silence is deafening. As time goes on, the lack of clarity only adds to their allure. Fans are left wondering, is this the love story of a lifetime, or a beautiful illusion crafted to survive the spotlight? Number 5. Alicia Vicander and Michael Fassbender. When Alicia Vikander and Michael Fassbender met on the set of The Light Between Oceans in 2014, sparks flew on and off screen. What began as quiet, professional chemistry soon blossomed into a deeply private romance. By 2017, the couple had tied the knot in a secret ceremony far from the glitz of Hollywood, and in 2021, they quietly welcomed their first child. But while their love story unfolds behind closed doors, their silence only adds to the allure. Unlike many celebrity couples who put their relationships on display, Alicia and Michael have chosen the road less traveled, one without social media posts, red carpet confessions, or public declarations. And that makes fans wonder, is their bond stronger because they've kept it sacred? Or is there something more they're not saying? Each rare appearance together sparks curiosity. Those subtle glances, guarded smiles, and undeniable connection leave the public guessing. In a world obsessed with oversharing, their mystery might just be the most romantic thing of all, or perhaps the most revealing. Sarah Pollson and Holland Taylor. Their love story began quietly in 2015, but it's anything but ordinary. With a striking age gap and high-profile careers, Sarah Pollson and Holland Taylor have defied Hollywood norms and public expectations every step of the way. While many fixate on the difference in their years, the couple seems far more focused on the deep connection they've built. They've chosen to keep much of their relationship private, sparking curiosity. Is this privacy a way to protect what matters most, or are they simply carving out their own version of love, far from the noise and judgment? Through rare but touching interviews and glimpses on social media, they remind the world that love isn't defined by age, tradition, or public approval. Still, being in the spotlight comes with whispers, side eyes, and scrutiny. But instead of letting it shake them, they stand strong, resilient, united, and unbothered. It makes you wonder, is their bond a rare kind of love, or proof that real love truly does rise above all? Either way, their story continues to inspire, quietly, boldly, and beautifully. Byrne and Bobby Cannavale have been quietly going strong since 2012, practically a lifetime by Hollywood standards. On the surface, their relationship looks like a dream, a seamless blend of love, artistry, and mutual respect. They've starred in several films together, their chemistry on screen hinting at a partnership built to last. But what's even more impressive is what they don't show. Away from the flashing lights, they've built a family, raising 2 sons far from the paparazzi's lens. This intentional privacy has sparked just as much curiosity as admiration. Are they simply protecting something sacred? Or is their silence a shield, hiding struggles the public never sees? Each rare appearance only deepens the mystery. They walk red carpets with grace, give interviews with charm, yet never let anyone too close. And that's exactly why fans can't stop wondering, what makes their bond so unbreakable? Is it shared passion, deep respect, or something far more complex? In a world where oversharing is the norm, Rose and Bobby have done the opposite, and it's only made their story more fascinating. Are we witnessing a true love story unfold, or watching two brilliant performers keep the world guessing? Maya Rudolph and Paul Thomas Anderson, a Hollywood mystery that defies the spotlight. They've been quietly together since 2001, a lifetime by Hollywood standards. And yet, many fans are still shocked to learn that Maya Rudolph and acclaimed director Paul Thomas Anderson are even a couple. For over 2 decades, they've built a life far from the flashing cameras, raising 4 children while keeping their love story hidden in plain sight. But here's the question. Is their silence the secret to their lasting bond, or is there something deeper behind the curtain? On paper, they come from 2 very different worlds. Paul, a cinematic genius behind films like There Will Be Blood, and Maya, a beloved comedic force from Saturday Night Live, don't often cross paths professionally. But behind closed doors, they've built what appears to be an unshakable partnership. They rarely speak about each other publicly, never flaunt their relationship online, and almost never appear side by side at red carpet events. Their ultra-private dynamic seems almost radical in an industry addicted to attention. Have they discovered the ultimate antidote to celebrity chaos? Or does their quiet life conceal a more complex story? With 4 children and over 20 years together, theirs is one of Hollywood's rare enduring romances. But the mystery remains, how do they make it work? Is it love, luck, or something the rest of us have yet to understand? One thing's for sure, the more they stay out of the spotlight, the more fascinating their love becomes. Number 9. Naomi Watts and Billy Crudeup. They may not dominate tabloid headlines, but Naomi Watts and Billy Crudeup have something far more rare in Hollywood: quiet resilience. Their love story began in 2017 on the set of Netflix's Gypsy, an emotionally charged series that may have set the stage for something deeper behind the scenes. Since then, they've chosen the road less traveled, staying out of the limelight, skipping red carpets, and keeping their relationship almost entirely private. But that silence raises an intriguing question. Is their privacy a shield to protect their love, or is it hiding something more complex? In an industry addicted to drama and exposure, Naomi and Billy's connection feels refreshingly grounded. Built on mutual respect and shaped by shared emotional experiences, their bond seems to defy the Hollywood norm. Still, their absence from the spotlight leaves space for endless speculation. Are they deeply content, simply choosing peace over publicity? Or is there a story behind the scenes we don't see? In a world where celebrity couples often fizzle out under pressure, Naomi and Billy seem to have found their own secret formula for lasting love. But with fame comes curiosity, and sooner or later, the world will want answers. Is their love story a timeless fairy tale, or just another Hollywood illusion waiting to unravel? Join us as we peel back the curtain on one of Tinseltown's most mysterious romances, Carey Mulligan and Marcus Mumford. Carey Mulligan and Marcus Mumford's love story feels like something pulled straight from a fairy tale. The Oscar-nominated actress and the Mumford & Sons frontman tied the knot in 2012, in a wedding that felt almost too perfect for the real world. Since then, they've built a life that values peace over paparazzi, raising 2 children far from the chaos of Hollywood. Their decision to step away from the spotlight has led many to forget they're even a couple, but doesn't that quiet devotion say more about their bond than any red carpet appearance ever could? What makes their story even more magical is its beginning. They first connected as childhood pen pals. Years later, fate reunited them as adults, turning letters into love. Their romance is full of tender, almost cinematic moments, yet they choose not to share the details publicly. Their rare appearances are subtle and sincere, never flashy, leaving the world to wonder about the life they lead behind closed doors. Maybe that's the secret. By knowing each other before fame, they've stayed grounded in a world that often forgets how to be real. Pen pals turned soulmates. It's the kind of love story you don't see often anymore. Isla Fischer and Sasha Baron Cohen. A quiet love in a loud world. In a town where love stories often burn bright and fade fast, Isla Fischer and Sasha Baron Cohen's relationship is a rare gem, an unexpected blend of outrageous comedy and peaceful devotion. Married since 2010, they've built a life that defies Hollywood norms. 3 children, a strong partnership, and an unwavering commitment to privacy. While most celebrity couples broadcast their lives across social media, Isla and Sasha have chosen silence over spectacle. And in that silence, something beautiful has grown. Their love story began long before wedding bells rang, and Isla's heartfelt decision to convert to Judaism before their marriage speaks volumes about her dedication. On the surface, they're a contrast. Sasha, known for his bold and provocative humor, and Isla, adored for her charm and warmth on screen. But somehow, their differences create harmony, not friction. Despite the flashing lights of red carpets and the pressures of fame, their personal life has remained untouched, shielded from scandal and the noise of public opinion. How do they do it? Maybe it's the laughter they share when no one's watching. Maybe it's the deep trust that comes from choosing each other, day after day, far from the spotlight. In an era obsessed with oversharing, the Fischer-Baron Cohen family is refreshingly elusive. Some may forget they're even together, but maybe that's the point. In a world of fleeting romances and clickbait headlines, their quiet, enduring love is the kind that actually lasts. And isn't that the real fairy tale? Daniel Craig and Rachel Weisz may be Hollywood royalty, but their love story plays out nothing like a typical celebrity romance. Since their secret wedding in 2011, held with only a handful of guests, they've built a bond that thrives far from the flashing cameras and relentless headlines. Together, they share a daughter and a life rooted in family, not fame. In an industry obsessed with oversharing, their near invisibility makes them easy to forget, but maybe that's the point. Their relationship began as a friendship on set, quietly evolving into something deeper. When they chose to marry in a private ceremony, fans were stunned. Daniel, forever etched in our minds as James Bond, and Rachel, revered for her powerful dramatic roles, have somehow managed to live like ordinary people in an extraordinary world. There are no public meltdowns, no tabloid scandals, just quiet devotion. How do 2 of Hollywood's brightest stars escape the glare of fame? Perhaps by choosing intention over indulgence, privacy over publicity. As their careers continue to shine, Daniel and Rachel stand as a rare example of love that doesn't need a spotlight to be real or remarkable. Penelope Cruz and Javier Bardem. It's easy to forget just how long Penelope Cruz and Javier Bardem have been together, quietly building a life far from the chaos of Hollywood. Since 2007, this power couple has stood the test of time, marrying in 2010 and choosing to keep their love story and their 2 children safely guarded from the public eye. Their romance sparked years ago on the set of a Spanish film, but unlike most celebrity relationships, they've never turned their private life into a media spectacle. In an industry that thrives on exposure, they've chosen silence, simplicity, and authenticity. So much so that even their most loyal fans might not know what a day in their life looks like. How do they remain so grounded while the world watches their every move? Maybe the secret to their lasting love is not chasing the spotlight, but running from it. And with their hearts anchored in family, their story is a rare kind of fame, the kind that whispers, not shouts. Before we dive further into this list, ask yourself, how many of these couples did you forget were still going strong? Number 14. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have become the gold standard for mixing stardom with secrecy. Married since 2012 and now raising 4 children, they've somehow managed to keep their family life beautifully tucked away from the public eye. Sure, Ryan's witty Instagram posts give fans a playful peek behind the curtain, but for the most part, their world remains a mystery. On the red carpet, they shine with effortless humor and undeniable chemistry, charming the world with every glance and grin. But behind that polished image, what struggles have they faced? What sacrifices have they made to protect their love and their children from the spotlight? While their romance may seem like a Hollywood fairy tale, it's the quiet moments, the ones we don't see, that truly define them. That balance of warmth and mystery keeps fans endlessly fascinated, always wondering, what's life really like behind those perfectly closed doors? Number 15. Emily Blunt and John Krasinski might light up the screen with their incredible chemistry, but behind the cameras, their real-life love story is just as powerful, only far more private. Married since 2010 and raising 2 daughters, this Hollywood power couple has mastered the art of balancing fame with family. They rarely make public appearances, but when they do, it only deepens the intrigue surrounding their relationship. How do 2 A-list stars stay so grounded amid the chaos of showbiz? Even when they collaborated on A Quiet Place, fans were captivated not just by the film, but by the effortless partnership that brought it to life. There's something deeply compelling about their bond, how they protect it, nurture it, and thrive together without making it a spectacle. In an industry where relationships often unravel under pressure, Emily and John have quietly become a blueprint for lasting love. It makes you wonder, what's the secret to their success, and what beautiful moments are they keeping just for themselves? Number 16. Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher. Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher's love story reads like a true Hollywood fairy tale, except theirs was written off-screen, away from flashing lights and red carpets. They first met as co-stars on that 70s show, where sparks may have flown on set, but it wasn't until years later, 2012, that their real-life romance began. By 2015, they were married, and today, they're proud parents of 2. But unlike many celebrity couples, Mila and Ashton have chosen a path rarely taken in Tinseltown: privacy. While others share every detail of their lives online, this couple keeps their world sacred, guarded from the noise. Their decades-long history gives them a foundation few others can claim. Still, fans often wonder, how did they go from playful co-stars to soulmates so effortlessly? Their decision to avoid the spotlight may be the secret to their success. By keeping their bond intimate and untainted by fame's pressures, they've created something real, something lasting. They've walked away from countless opportunities to turn their love story into a headline, proving that not every beautiful relationship needs an audience. Behind their quiet smiles, who knows how many untold moments and memories they hold? One thing's for sure, their story is a rare reminder that in a world obsessed with exposure, sometimes the deepest connections are the ones we never see. 17. Felicity Huffman and William H. Macy's marriage is one of Hollywood's rare tales of resilience, a union that has withstood the test of time since 1997, outlasting most celebrity relationships by decades. But their journey hasn't been without its storms. The college admissions scandal that rocked Huffman's world thrust the couple into an unforgiving spotlight, with headlines screaming and cameras circling, eager to capture their downfall. Yet, through the chaos, they didn't crumble. Instead, they stood shoulder to shoulder, seemingly unshaken, refusing to let public shame destroy the family they built. Was it genuine strength holding them together, or a carefully crafted image meant to protect their careers and public standing? With 2 daughters to shield from the media frenzy, their ability to keep their personal life private is both impressive and mysterious. Behind the quiet smiles and red carpet appearances, one question lingers: how real is the love that binds them? Are they the rare exception of enduring Hollywood devotion, or are they simply playing their roles off-screen too? Their story is a fascinating puzzle in a town where love often fades under the glare of fame. Some call it loyalty. Others whisper it's a performance. But one thing's for sure, whatever it is, it's lasted longer than most ever dared to hope. 18. Julia Roberts and Daniel Motor's marriage feels like a rare sanctuary amid the chaos of Hollywood. Since tying the knot in 2002, they've built a life that stands in stark contrast to Roberts's megawatt fame. Together, they've raised 3 children far from the glare of red carpets and paparazzi lenses, choosing peace over publicity. In an industry where couples overshare on social media, Julia and Daniel have embraced a powerful kind of silence. But that silence? It speaks volumes. To some, it's proof of a rock-solid bond, an intimate world so sacred it needs no validation. But to others, it sparks curiosity. Are they simply protecting something precious, or concealing cracks beneath the surface? Roberts once called her family her greatest achievement. hinting at deep fulfillment. Yet, their near-total absence from public conversations raises questions. Are they quietly thriving or quietly struggling? In a world obsessed with exposure, their decision to remain private only deepens the mystery. Admirers see grace and strength. Skeptics see something hidden. So, what's the real story behind the silence? Is it the secret to their lasting love, or a quiet shield hiding what we'll never truly know? 19. Helen and Taylor Hackford share something almost mythical in the world of Hollywood, a love story that has stood the test of time. They met in 1986 and, after over a decade together, finally said, "I do," in 1997. In an industry where relationships are often fleeting, theirs is a rare gem, quiet, enduring, and deeply rooted. What makes their story even more intriguing is Mirren's long-held skepticism toward marriage. Fiercely independent, unapologetically outspoken, she once questioned the very idea of tying the knot. Yet with Hackford, she found a connection strong enough to change her mind. Their bond is marked by deep affection and profound respect, two souls orbiting in harmony, each with their own gravity. But how have they done it? How do two powerful figures in film, each with relentless careers, manage to keep their love not just alive, but thriving? Some say it's mutual respect. Others credit their ability to maintain personal space and independence. But the couple's strict privacy raises another question. Are they simply shielding something beautiful, or is there something they're carefully hiding? Perhaps the magic lies in the mystery. Maybe the real strength of their relationship isn't just in what they share, but in what they protect. While many admire them as a symbol of lasting love, others can't help but wonder, is their happiness as flawless as it seems, or is it simply better hidden? Oprah Winfrey and Stedman Graham. Oprah Winfrey and Stedman Graham's relationship is anything but conventional. Together since 1986, they've chosen a path few others dare to follow, decades of deep connection without the formality of marriage. That bold decision has fueled countless debates and endless speculation. Why haven't they tied the knot? Is it a modern expression of love that transcends tradition, or is it a quiet hesitation to commit fully? Oprah has occasionally offered glimpses into their private world, but those moments are rare and fleeting, just enough to spark curiosity, never enough to satisfy it. To some, their enduring bond is inspiring, a powerful reminder that love doesn't need a legal contract to be real. To others, it raises questions. Are they avoiding vulnerability, or protecting something sacred? Their story defies expectations and challenges societal norms, yet the mystery surrounding their choice keeps the public guessing. After nearly 4 decades, are they held together by unshakable trust or cautious distance? As one of the most influential women on the planet, Oprah's life is constantly scrutinized, but when it comes to her heart, the truth remains quietly, stubbornly hidden.